The Miracle Man. Welcome to talkSPORT. How are you, buddy?
I'm
Great to see you.
I'm all good. How are you?
I'm very well indeed, mate. Listen, I'm a little bit jealous, obviously keeping up to date with everything that you get up to on social media, mate. Seeing you chilling around that poolside at the Palms, you know what I mean? Getting all that Vegas vitamin D inside. You ready for fight night this week?
That's it, mate. That's it. It's actually been a bit of a change to like be a bit more relaxed. 2 weeks out, a bit of a chill. Obviously, we're still working, but in between sessions, you can just go by the pool and relax. So it's been a bit refreshing, to be honest.
How much of a part of that decision to get over to Vegas early was getting to use the facilities at the PI as well? And
Mm.
for those that don't follow too much UFC and MMA, the actual cage that you're going to be fighting in at the weekend is slightly smaller than what you would normally be used to in the
Mm.
Apex.
Mm.
So, and I know that they've got one at the PI. So, was that part of the process? Let's get over there. Let's use the actual smaller cage. So, I'm used to that range and used to those distance controls that I'm going to be needing come Saturday night.
100%. And a lot of people that I fought out here told me that the air's different out here. The air's very dry and stuff like that. So I wanted to just get out here, get onto the time zones, acclimate, and yeah, get some working in the PI. Obviously, you got the best physios, you got the best nutritionists in the world. Like, I'm in good hands here.
Listen, you're in for a banging fight this weekend, mate. We're all super excited to see it and delighted that you're getting this opportunity to go and
Yeah.
showcase your talents. But from your point of view, how frustrating has your time been so far in the UFC? Even from making debut, what we in? We're six fights in now over
Yeah.
a period of time from 2019. Plenty of bad luck, mad
Mhm.
injuries, crazy things that have happened to you along the way.
Mm.
How frustrating has this time been for you?
It's been very frustrating, but it's also been lessons learned. And I feel like timing's everything, right? And everything's meant to happen for a reason. And I feel like the setbacks have been frustrating because I feel like I could have been here years ago, but it is what it is. I've been growing, I've been training hard, and I've been improving. And now I feel like it's my time and I feel like I'm ready to go.
There must be moments. I mean, like with Dan Ige, for example, in Feb, right? You've had all this bad luck. You've had near death experiences, getting knocked off your bike and what have you, which threatened your career a couple of years back. You must have thought in February, thinking, mate, what have I done? What have I done? Like, I'm here
Oh,
now.
mate.
I'm here now to play out. What is happening
Hey,
here?
do you know what? Exactly, but it is exactly that. But it's like there's always a silver lining in everything. It's like I got injured in that camp a few weeks before, and my visa didn't end up coming anyway. So I would have got to fight week. I would have got to fight week, and I wouldn't have got my visa. So it would have been like boom. Do you know what I'm saying? That would have been more heartbreaking for me, to be
Yeah.
honest. And it was good that Ige got to fight. He got to earn some money for his family and whatnot. So it is what it is, and I trust life, and I trust the way things go.
Listen, everybody in the top 15 in your division, they're all tough. They all offer different challenges, different puzzles.
Yeah.
Barboza's a different puzzle to Ige. Ige's probably more wrestling based. You would say, well, he's got more wrestling based, let's say. He's got heavy hands, of course. But we know what
Mm.
Edson Barboza's all about, man. For you as a guy that just loves striking, how good's this?
Mm.
Your eyes, when that contract come through and you saw Edson Barboza's name on it, your eyes must have been cheddar ching. This is the one, man. This is exactly what I want.
That's it. Like you said, I've had 6 fights in the UFC, still undefeated. It's like, let's take a big risk here. Now I know it's a big risk. I know what I'm up against. Like, let's not be delusional here. It's a big test, big matchup, and like you said, he's a striker. You know what you were gonna get with Edson Barboza. He's been in the UFC from what 2010 or something like that. Something
Mm,
crazy. Before I even started MMA, before I even done
mate.
MMA, he's been in the UFC. So I've been watching him for years now. And you know what you're gonna get with Edson. A solid striking, dangerous skill set, and I feel like he's gonna bring the best out in me.
It's interesting as well that they've main evented this over 5 rounds because there's plenty of opportunity to have put this in other destinations. Obviously, Edson's a
Yeah.
Brazilian fella, so they could have done it there. They could have done it in Brazil. They've
Mm.
got 3 or 4 coming up. They could have done it in Manchester. And this is no disrespect to either of you. With title fights on there, it would have probably been a 3 rounder, wouldn't it? So
Yeah,
to
yeah.
give you so to give you 5 rounds in a main event, mate, that's again another little cherry on top of the cake.
It is. It's a new challenge for me as well, and it's a new challenge of growth. And I've explained this before. It's like for me, I'm always looking at where I'm going next. Like where not looking past nobody, but where like my destination, my
Mm.
plans, and obviously my plans are to fight for the title, right? So to get this 5 round experience is a blessing. Let me go and feel it out. Let me go and see what it's like. I might not get that opportunity again. So yeah, it's a different challenge. I've never done 5 rounds before, so we'll see.
What did you make of his last one against Sadiq?
I thought it was a good fight. I thought Sadiq
Mm.
fought an excellent fight. To be honest, he just gassed out a bit. I think he gave his all trying to take Barboza out, and Barboza is a veteran. He knew how to slow the fight down and then bring it to his pace. So I thought it was a good fight, though. It was a very good fight from both. From both.
Yeah, what listen, it was good, and Sadiq had it early, didn't he? And then the experience took over. I think watching you as a fighter, I think you're looking forward to that side of the challenge. Yes, there's the physical aspects of fighting Edson Barboza, but is the thing that really turns you on the mental aspect of it, just seeing if you can be as experienced in a quite unexperienced setting for you at this stage.
That's it, mate. I've had 14 pro fights. I think he's probably had triple or whatever. And it's just like for me, it's just like I just like the challenge, man. I just like the challenge. I'm not even too fixated on the result. Obviously, I'm here to win. I'm here to win. I've put in an excellent training camp. I've worked my ass off for this, but I'm not too fixated. And I'm all about growth. I'm all about growth. I know where I'm going. So for me, this fight's about challenge, testing myself, and I want to bring out the best in me. Like I feel like no disrespect to my past opponents because they've all pushed me, but I feel like they've not brought that side out of me yet that I know I've got in there.
When's the submission victory coming, by the way?
I hope this fight. I hope this fight. You know what
Imagine,
I've been.
imagine if this is the one.
I've been close and like people underestimate my grappling, but I've got dangerous submissions and I've been close, but just little tweaks in the technique and it would have been over.
It's just sod's law as well, mate. I know that this is too good of an opportunity to turn down and walk away from main event, 5 rounds,
Yeah.
all that against Edson Barboza, number 11 in the division. But it's just sod's law that they're coming to Manchester, in it.
I know, and it's like this opportunity. I could like feel like this is for me. This is better than Manchester just because of who I'm fighting, right?
Of course.
Main event, and I have to. I'm grateful for that. And in a perfect world, still get to fight on Manchester. In a perfect world, I know I'm going 5 rounds and basically fighting 2 fights in one night, but I am still dreaming of that.
Mate, that would if it's quick at the weekend, that's the mic. That's what you got to do on the microphone, mate. Doesn't matter who it's against. You've got to get back yourself to Manchester because a lot of fans that obviously want to see you do you think. How much of a great experience was that for you last year, actually getting the opportunity to fight in front of home fans? Because you've been on the road ever since you started in the UFC.
That's it, mate. I've always dreamed of fighting in front of the home fans, having my family there and stuff like that. So it was nice to fight in London and stuff like that. I loved it, to be honest, and I just feel like Manchester will just be that next level up, and it's all about experience. Like I said before, it's all about experience for me. So fighting here, there, everywhere for me. Vegas is a new one. I'm not fought in Vegas. I just want to keep these experiences. Do you get what I'm saying? And something new. So Manchester's like in my heart. I went to Bisping Henderson in
Yeah, 204.
2016.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
watched that one, and that was at like 6 a.m. as well. But it was a great card, and I enjoyed it. And from then, I always wanted to fight there.
Mate, you'll be whatever happens, you're going to be there. I mean, you're working out of a fantastic gym. That gym's on fire at the moment, the top team.
Yeah, yeah. It is. We've got some killers. Like I didn't even have to bring anybody in for this camp because we've got kickboxers. We've got high level kickboxers there, high level
Mm.
strikers, and everyone gave me a great look for Barboza, similar style. So Jordan Barton, Callum Connor, they're guys that you'll see very soon. So yeah, thanks to them guys.
How much have you learned about yourself over the last few years, mate? Especially with everything that's happened to you, the disappointments, whether it be professionally, as I mentioned, the near-death experience, getting knocked off your bike and what have you in the last couple of years. How much have you learned about yourself and how much have you grown, not just as a fighter, but as a guy?
I've just learned that nothing, not only death can stop me. Like nothing can stop me. I'm always gonna pick myself back up. brush myself off and keep going and keep striving. And I just know that I've got that in me. Like nothing can stop me.
Talk to me about this weekend then, man. How does this play out? You, Edson Barboza, as a fan, this is just going to be captivating TV in the
Yeah,
small cage. Give it to me,
yeah.
mate. How's it playing out?
I feel like it's just going to be one of them. It's going to be a fight for the ages. It's going to be one of them fights. It's going to be a firefight. He's going to bring it. I'm going to bring it. And we're going to throw down in the center of the cage. And I don't think it's going to go the distance, to be honest. I feel like stylistically, we're both explosive, very explosive, and we're going to bring the fight. The fans are in for a treat.
I think the biggest compliment that I can pay you, and a lot of fans haven't seen this yet. One, that step up in level in competition always brings out the best in people. And it feels like when this fight was made, I'm looking at it. And have you seen that Spider-Man meme where there's two Spider-Men and they're just looking at each other and pointing at each other? It's just it's like looking into the mirror. This fight, it's going to be you go, I go, and it's just going to be sensational to watch.
Yeah. That's how I see it going, to be honest. It's gonna be the matchmaker's done a good job. Let's put it that way. The matchmaker's done a good job. Sean Shelby knows what he's doing.
They've earned the money this weekend, mate. Listen, enjoy it. We've been waiting for one of these. We're here now. This is it. And an opportunity to propel yourself into that top 10 in the featherweight rankings. All the best this week, mate. Enjoy everything that comes along with it. And we look forward to seeing you do your thing come Saturday night. All the best, Lerone.
Thank you. Nice chatting to you. Thank you, bro.